Dejection, an Ode by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Head note. Late, late yestereen, I saw the new moon with the old moon in her arms, and I fear, my master dear, we shall have a deadly storm. Sir Patrick Spence. Well, the old bard was weather-wise who made the grand old ballad of Sir Patrick Spence. This night, so tranquil now, will not go hence, unroused by winds that ply a busier trade than those that mold yon cloud in lazy flakes, with a dull sobbing draught which moans and rakes upon the ring strings of this aeolian lute, which better far were mute. For no, lo, the new moon winter bright, and overspread with phantom light, with swing phantom light o'erspread, but rimmed and circled with a silver thread. I see the old moon in her lap foretelling the coming on of wind and squally blast. And oh, that even now that gusts were swelling, the slant night shower driving loud and fast. Such sounds as oft would raise me while they awed and sent my soul abroad, might now perhaps their wonted impulse give, might startle this dull pain and make it move and live. A grief without pang, void, dark, and drear, a stifling, drowsy, unimpassioned grief, which finds no natural outlet, no relief in word or sigh or tear. Oh, lady, in this wan and heartless mood, to other thoughts by yonder throstle wooed, all this long eve, so balmy and serene, have I been gazing at the western sky in its peculiar tint of yellow-green. And still I gaze, and with how blank an eye, and the thin clouds above, in flakes and bars which give away their motion to the stars, those stars which glide behind them and between, now sparkling, now bedimmed, but always seen. Yon crescent moon, as fixed as if it grew in its own cloudless, starless lake of blue, I see them all, so excellently fair. I see, not feel, how beautiful they are. My genial spirits fail, and what can these avail to lift the smothering weight from off my breast? It were a vain endeavor, though I should gaze forever at that green light which lingers in the west. I may not hope from outward forms to win the passion, the life, whose fountains are within. Oh, lady, we receive but what we give, and in our life alone does nature live. Ours is her wedding garment, ours her shroud, and would we aught behold of higher worth than that inanimate cold world allowed to the poor, loveless, ever-anxious crowd, that from the soul itself must issue forth a light, a glory, a fair luminous cloud enveloping the earth, and from the soul itself must there be sent a sweet and potent voice of its own birth, of all sweet things the life and element. O pure of heart, thou needst not ask of me what this fair music in the soul may be, what and wherein it doth exist, this light, this glory, this fair luminous mist, this beautiful and beauty-making power. Joy, virtuous lady, joy that ne'er was given save to the pure and in their purest hour. Life and life's effluence, cloud at once and shower. Joy, lady, is the spirit and the power which wedding nature to us gives in dower. A new earth and a new heaven, undreamt of by the sensual and the proud. Joy is the fair music, joy the luminous cloud. We in ourselves rejoice. And thence flows all that charms or ear or sight, all melody the echo of that voice, all color a suffusion from that light. There was a time when, though my path was rough, this joy within me dallied with distress, and all misfortune seemed but as the stuff whence fancy made me dreams of happiness. For hope grew round me like a twining vine, and fruits and foliage not my own seemed mine. But now affliction bows me down to earth. Nor care I that they rob me of my mirth, but though each visitation suspends what nature gave me at my birth, my shaping spirit of imagination. For not to think of what I needs must feel, but to be still and patient all I can, and haply by abstruse research to steal from my own nature all the natural man. This was my sole resource and only plan, till that which suits a part infects the whole, and now has almost grown the habit of my soul. Hence, viper thoughts that coil around my mind, reality's dark dream. I turn from thee and listen to the wind, which long has raved unnoticed. What a scream of agony by torture lengthened out that lute sent forth. Thou wind that raves without, bare crag or mountain tarn or blasted tree or pine grove whither woodman never clomb, or lonely house long held the witch's home, methinks we're fitter instruments for thee, mad lutenist, who in this month of showers, of dark brown gardens and peeping flowers, makes devil's yule with worse than wintry song, the blossoms, buds, and timorous leaves among. Thou actor perfect in all tragic sounds, thou mighty poet, even to frenzy bold, what tell'st thou now about? 'Tis of the rushing of a host in rout, with groans of trampled men, with smarting wounds. At once they groan with pain and shudder with the cold. But hush, there's a pause of deepest silence. And all that noise is of a rushing crowd, groans and tremendous shudderings, all is over. Thou tell'st another tale, with sound less deep and loud. A tale with less affright and tempered with delight, as Otway's self had framed the tender lay. 'Tis of a little child upon a mountain wild, not far from home, but she has lost her way, now groans low with bitter stress and fear, and now screams loud in hopes to make her mother hear. 'Tis midnight, but small thoughts have I of sleep. Full seldom may my friends such vigils keep. Visit her gentle sleep with wings of healing, and may this storm be but a molten birth. May all the stars hang bright above her dwelling, silent as though they watched the sleeping earth. With light heart may she rise, gay fancy, cheerful eyes. Joy lift her spirit, joy attune her voice. To her may all things live from pole to pole, their life the eddying of her living soul. O simple spirit, guided from above, dear lady, friend devoutest of my choice, thus mayst thou ever, evermore rejoice.